Hey everyone, how are you doing? How are you doing? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. It's Monday. I'm trying to get myself together. Let me see who all is here. Hey Jam, Zenso, Kevin, how you been? I haven't seen you, boo. How you been? I hope you've been good. Okay. Not Donna saying everybody hit the like button, otherwise y'all losing y'all tacos. Listen, y'all know I had tacos last night, right? I sure did, Dr. Johari. Hey, boo, 504, how you doing? Hey, May's daughter. Dimples Wimples, hey, boo. Thank you, Kevin, for gifting a membership. Congratulations to the person that won that membership. Y'all know I love y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Kevin. Adele, Tim Lee, the lies, the glasses. I can't. Fifi, Smith and Wesson. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, so what's up? What's up? What's up? Yes, I made it to San Diego last night. Made it to San Diego last night. San Diego is San Diegoing, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah, very happy about that. Yeah, so I hope everyone is having a good Monday so far. I am. I'm sitting here about to drink my tea. I'm about to drink my tea, my chai tea, while we sit and talk and chill and everything like that. Yeah. So, anywho, um, let me see. Let me see something. I found some stuff interesting. Um, yeah, I found some stuff. Um, some things I just had to talk about. Some things I had some I found some foolishness. And we're gonna get into this foolishness that I found. We're gonna get into this foolishness that I found. Child, and people wonder why when there are certain practices or whatnot that you gatekeep. But yeah, we're just about to get into all this foolishness that I found. We're about to get into all this foolishness that I found. Um, close that, close that, close that. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to share from over here. Okay. So let me share this. Listen, I am not here for people butting their nose in where they're not supposed to butt their nose in. But it is what it is. So let's get into this. Let's get into this right here. Right here. Let me share the screen. So, okay. So I don't know if you all can see that. Let me make myself smaller. Just gonna bring myself out. Okay. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna. Okay. So I found this. I'm on Reddit. I look into a lot of different stuff on Reddit. Um, and I saw this foolishness. Yes, the Zenso, you got the membership. So shout out to Kevin and congratulations to Zenso for the membership. Yeah, let me see. How is the weather? Well, let me tell you, we stopped in, where did we stop? We usually make 3 stops along the drive to San Diego. So we stopped at it's some gas station that's like on I-5 way north. And it has a Cinnabon there. So we always stop there. When we got out of the gas station yesterday, it was nice. It was 80 degrees. We stopped again in the LA area. I think we were maybe around Santa Clarita. It was some place that had a Starbucks. Y'all know I need a nice respectable bathroom to stop at. Some place that had a Starbucks. It was 80 something degrees. And then when we started getting south of LA, the temperature went from 80 degrees to 75 to 60 something. So by the time we got in last night, it was maybe like 63 degrees, 62 degrees. So I think today's high is 71. And you would think as far south as San Diego is that it will be warmer, but no, it's not. It's not. So I think today's high is 71. I haven't been out yet. I'm waiting for Babe to get back. So I think we're gonna go to the aquarium today. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, San Diego weather is weathering. It's gonna be like 70 degrees as a high most of the week. So I brought my jacket with me. So that's the weather. I prefer tropical, but I'm on the West Coast, so you don't get tropical out here. You get Pacific Coast airiness. So San Diego native here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Zen Soul. Yeah. So let me tell you, Zen Soul, my favorite taco place so far here is El Gordo, Tacos El Gordo, which is downtown San Diego on I think F Street. Tacos El Gordo got me in a headlock. I am in a headlock. I can't control myself. Tacos El Gordo. Okay. Tacos El Gordo got me. Okay. They got me. So we were gonna go to Tacos El Gordo last night for tacos, but the line was long, and you already know downtown there was nowhere to park. So we went somewhere else last night. But Tacos El Gordo, I'm here for it. I'm here for Tacos El Gordo downtown on F Street, baby. Yeah, the water keeps it cool. Yeah, that's why I like more tropical areas. Like Tampa is off the water, Miami is off the water. They're tropical. I need a little humidity. I love when it's hot. I love hot weather. So if it's 80 degrees outside, that doesn't bother me. 80 degrees for me feels like what 70 degrees feels for most people because I'm just cold natured. So I don't like the crisp, but it is what it is. So yes, baby, we in Fahrenheit. We in Fahrenheit over here. But yeah, can y'all see this foolishness? Let me see if I need to make this a little bit bigger. So let me see. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see this. Okay, so I'm here on Reddit. This was 9 days ago. I always go on Reddit, look around, see what I can find. This person, whoever this person is, they have things all messed up. They have things all messed up. Okay. Donna, where your glasses at? Where your glasses or contacts? Yeah. So this person said this is from the occult subreddit on Reddit. This was 9 days ago. Someone said they need help finding a voodoo replacement. And I will read. It says, I have recently been informed that voodoo is not a form of black magic. First of all, I don't know who told you that. I don't know where you got that notion that voodoo was black magic. It's not, baby. It's not. I don't know if this is because Hollywood just be out here Hollywooding, or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the way that ATRs are demonized. I don't know if that's what it is. But baby, hoodoo, I mean not hoodoo and voodoo, they are not black magic. They're not. They're not. Girl, you wearing them and it's still hard? Okay, I thought I was bad. Okay, your eyes worse than mine. Okay. Yeah, Holly weird. But yeah, this person says, I have recently been informed that voodoo is not a form of black magic. Boo, it never was. But instead a closed religion practiced in Haiti. Okay, so now we finally get into some truth. Um, Now we finally get to some truth. Me being white, if y'all can see the way my eyes are rolling right now, me being white. So this person, I guess, came to did they come to voodoo because they thought it was black magic? Is this what you thought? Because baby, anything can be used negatively. Okay. Anything can be used negatively. You can unalive someone with a pencil. Okay. Anything can be used negatively, but it I'm trying to think, am I understanding correctly this person? At least that's what I'm getting out of it. At least that's what I'm getting out of it. That they came to voodoo because they thought it was black magic. At least that's how the first sentence reads to me. That's how it reads to me. Okay. And then they found out that it was and here's the thing. You came to this practice without doing any type of research, without looking at any type of, well, we really don't have like books, right? Without trying to talk to people in, I mean, they really ain't gonna be talking to you anyway. I mean, you have a few people in ATRs who will give away the practices and the secrets. I'm not gonna do it. Q ain't gonna do it. Q is not giving hoodoo away to non-black people. I'm just not doing it. I'm even selective with the black people that I share it with because everyone is not kinfolk. Okay. So you mean to tell me that so you're looking for a replacement because it's not black magic. Instead, you find out that it's a religion. How sway. How sway. Natasha said they need to go to their ancestry practice of Wiccan elves. Yeah, yeah. But let's continue. Me being white would make it very bad that I would romanticize it. And here's what they say. Get ready to clutch your pearls. I like to make drawings and little characters based on stereotypes of how voodoo is depicted in Hollywood. This is why we gatekeep. This is why I gatekeep. This is why I gatekeep. This is why I don't teach things to people. This is why. This is why. This is why I'm about to rip my hair out. This is why. Like, I seriously just got agitated as all get up. So you like making little drawings from bastardized stuff from Hollywood. Okay. Let's continue. Quote, I don't want to come off as unaware. Baby, it's too late. You already are. Or just rude. It's way too late for that. That train left the station. But I still really like the way that it looks, I guess. I really like things like Dr. Facilier, Papa Shango. Papa Shango? Who is Papa Shango? In any form of Hollywood voodoo. So I was wondering if anyone knew of something similar to how Hollywood depicts voodoo, but not something that will be racially insensitive and will be something that I could get interest in. I'm ready to throw something. I am windmilling right now. I am windmilling. I can't take it. I'm ready to throw this chair across the room. I am just let me sip some of my tea. Let me sip some of my tea. I don't know whether to be disgusted, whether to laugh, whether to, and they really got on Al Gore's internet to say this. They really got on Al Gore's. See, this is the problem. This is the problem, half of the problem with the internet. People just get on the internet and say anything. They get on the internet and say anything because they are protected by the so-called anonymity, right? Like, y'all, I'm still windmilling. So let's go through some of these replies. Okay, someone said, okay, let me try and open this one up. Okay, this person says, this isn't the right sub for this type of question. I practice Haitian voodoo as well. At least they have it correctly here. To answer your question, a stereotypical voodoo movie would be the serpents and the rainbow. I have never seen the serpent or the rainbow, but I am not a voodoo practitioner, so I would not be able to say what is correct or incorrect with that. Okay, the next person says, I mean, the way Hollywood depicts voodoo is really all about fantasy and aesthetic and has basically nothing to do with spirituality. If that's all you're after, I honestly suggest you looking for a local game or LARP group, not an occult practice. And if you don't know LARP, LARP means live action role playing. Because baby, what they out here doing, talking about they just like the fantasy, they just drawing little pictures and squiggles and shit. That's what they doing anyway. They out here live active role playing anyway. Now, this person goes on to say there are plenty of dark fluff influencers who go after newbies in the occult and they are more than happy to take your money, but you're not really getting anything in return. So I can't in good conscience recommend that. If all you want is aesthetic, then just go find an aesthetic. Occultism isn't an aesthetic. This is probably one of the best responses that I've seen. Because baby, these people just out here just playing with shit, making shit up, um, just saying and doing anything. This is, like I said, this is why I don't teach a lot of people things, because they want to play. They want to play with power. They want to play with things. They out here role playing. This is not Dungeons and Dragons, baby. This is not. Okay. And like I said, there are some black people who are just fine with teaching the secrets and the practices of these ATRs, but baby, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. Okay. Fifi says that person has been watching AHS and other movies and shows about voodoo, but can't do real research. Right. How in the world? Like, it's like when people ask me, what's the weather today? You have a whole smartphone in your pocket. Open your weather app and check the weather for the location that you're interested in, right? This person got on Al Gore's whole internet and came to Reddit to ask this question, but didn't do not nan lick of research. They want bullshit. This is why I don't with most people. I don't with most people trying to teach magic and teach stuff, because baby, a lot of people are not serious. They out here living in the fantasy world. They want bullshit, and I'm not here for it. And I'm not here for it. Hey, Journey with Corinne. Dimples Whipple said, I would have told them to refer back to Sleeping Beauty with the three fairies. Listen, listen, listen. They just like to steal. Listen, the way I'm just windmilling right now. Let me see the follow-up replies. Let me see the follow-up replies. Okay, the OP, the original poster said, I'm not in it for the magic side. Like I said, I just like doing little drawings and making costumes and characters, basically role playing. So you want to role play. You want to role play. You want to play around. Again, this is why I dealt with most people. Most people want to play around and don't want to do no work. They don't want to learn anything. They just want this. They just want that. This is why I don't most people. This is why I don't with most people. 99% of people, like, I just don't with. I just don't. They just said, I just wanted to see if there was anything else similar to it, but different, because I didn't want to come off as offensive to those who practice the real religion. Thank you, though. Yeah, they downvoted this person to oblivion. They downvoted this person to oblivion. I'm not logged in over here, or else I probably would chew their ass out. Okay, the next person said, then you're probably better off asking a media or art sub, coming to a sub about spirituality and asking us which spiritual practice looks the spookiest so you can ape it for LARPing is kind of tone deaf, regardless of race, to be honest. This is a thing some of us actually care about, not a fashion statement, and we don't look like any. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Child. Listen. Not this person saying if you have any suggestions for media or art sub. If you don't take your ass to the top of Reddit and type in r/media, r/art, take your ass on. Take your ass on. This person said, I'm on Reddit for occult content. I suggest using the search bar to look for subs, baby. This right here. This right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. This listen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, baby. Baby. Yeah. Look, and see, this is the shit I'm talking about. This other person says, I'm pretty familiar with the practice of voodoo. You want to tread lightly in that regard. I can consult you on the matter. As long as you don't disrespect the spirits involved, you'll be fine from a cosplay. No, you not. This is not cosplay. This is not cosplay. It's not cosplay. Right. And this is the thing. This is why, like I said, I teach things with respect, with knowledge. And this is, the and this is no offense if I have any subs who are white, this is no offense. But baby, this is why there are conversations among the racial lines when it comes to indigenous practices from people of color. Because ain't nobody gonna go around saying, let me cosplay um them people that's currently in conflict over there in the Middle East. No one is gonna go around saying that. No one's gonna go around saying that. But people want to come to our practices and cosplay and pretend like it's some damn. This is not a plaything. This is not a plaything. It's not. It's not a plaything. This is not a toy. This is not a toy. Okay, so the next person says, I'd be awful cautious exploring this stuff, seeing as you're white and not into this for spirituality. Voodoo and hoodoo traditions are living, vibrant spiritual practices, not aesthetics. And explicitly taking just the aesthetics of it, or something similar to how Hollywood depicts voodoo, will be like someone taking the aesthetics of the people whose country was created in the 1940s. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Or the aesthetics of indigenous folks. If you want to do art with dolls or face paint or whatever you think looks cool, I think that'd be fine as long as you educate yourself, listen to criticism, and don't call what you're doing voodoo stuff while highlighting Black and indigenous artist practitioners. But I'm also white. I guess my ultimate suggestion would be to find Black or indigenous people of color artists or voodoo practitioners talking about this and listen to them. Maybe stay away from costuming. That seems like it could get insensitive real quick in ways you can't predict. Listen, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, and the next person says there are very few written resources on the topic that could be used to spread the faith outside of its limited community. This is what I'm telling you. All these books out here that's claiming this, is claiming the voodoo this, is claiming the hoodoo this. That's not what our people do. Most indigenous practices are oral traditions. The practitioner teaches, the next person. The medicine doctor teaches the next person. We're not writing books out here on this stuff. 99% of the books on these subjects um are trash. You go and you learn from the actual practitioner. Okay, this is why I can't recommend to you all a hoodoo book. Most of them are trash. 99.9% of them are trash because we don't teach that way. You learn from your mom. You learn, imagine going to buy a cookbook, talk about how Black people cook food. You learn from your mother. You learn from your grandmother. You learn from your father. You learn from auntie. You learn from grandpa. You learn how to make them biscuits or whatever, whatever, whatever. You learn from them. Our practices are not in books. They're not. They're not. So all these, it's not like that. Now the white folk stuff, no offense, is like that. This is why gatekeeping absolutely needs to keep. This is why. This is why. Let me go. Let me come back over here to the chat and see what's going on. Yeah. Throw them tomatoes on here. Channel members, go on and throw up your Delulu emoji because this MFer right here is Delulu. This MFer is on Delulu. It's offensive to me too. It's offensive to me too, and I'm not even a voodoo practitioner, but it's offensive. Hey, so Renaissance woman says I got into it with a windmilling white woman saying she felt she was called by Oshun. Baby, Oshun did not call you. Oshun didn't call you. Hey, sexy RN. See, this is what I'm saying. And you said other Black women were telling her she could. This is what I'm saying. This is why there are even Black people I will not teach things to. Because you have people giving away our practices and then they're going upside your head with your own shit that you don't want to practice. This is why. This is exactly why. Hey, Miss Kylie Coco. Mm-hmm. This is exactly why gatekeeping is important. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I agree. This is exactly why I gatekeep. Mm-hmm. This person right here this is Delulu on steroids. This is Delulu on steroids. Yeah, I know people. Our practices are not in books. The only book where you're gonna kind of get a hint of it, especially as hoodoo as it pertains to hoodoo, is oh, what's that good sister name? Zora Neale Hurston. Zora Neale Hurston. Um, Mules and Men. That's the only book that I'm really, and I don't advertise it. But if you want to kind of get into like hoodoo and stuff like that, you have to go and read the stories in Zora Neale Hurston's Mules and Men. That's where you're gonna get it. Because all these books and stuff like that, when you go back and research, that's the same reason why I don't use the hoodoo tarot deck. I don't use the hoodoo tarot deck because that person went and found a white woman to create the artwork for the Hoodoo Tarot deck. You couldn't find any other Black artist. You couldn't consult any Black Hoodoo practitioner to get their input for the Hoodoo Tarot deck. You went and you found some clear person for the Hoodoo Tarot deck, knowing that we were using our works to try and better ourselves and, get things together and even, tear up the clears. But you went and got a white woman to do this artwork. That's why I don't fuck with the Hoodoo Tarot deck. That's exactly why I don't fuck with it. Um, you know, um, yeah, yeah. That's exactly why I don't fuck with the Hoodoo Tarot deck. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. hmm People were just like, "Oh my god, the Hoodoo Tarot deck." No, mm-mm. And it was funny because when I bought the Hoodoo Tarot deck, because I just knew in my heart that there was not a clear involved in making it. I got the Hoodoo Tarot deck when I got it home and I looked at it. I was just like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Energetically, it didn't feel right. I went and looked that up. It was a whole um white woman who was the artist for the deck. I was just like, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't throw it away, but I never used it. It's in the box. It's still in the box at home. Um, no, no. We don't need nobody else writing on it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And Louisiana voodoo and Haitian voodoo are they're like sisters. Like, yeah. Like, yeah. OP doesn't want to practice. He wants to draw Hollywood type characters of powers for his art without ever actually, yeah. This is trash. Then they out here, look at this. They out here recommending a clear. Keenaz Phelan, white guy, is like that and has educational content on YouTube. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. And then this person says, I'm a part of Haitian voodoo and I will not recommend this fraudster to anyone. And he's been outed as a white supremacist. He's extremely problematic. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You have to find an actual practitioner if you want to learn from if the spirits even want to deal with you and bring you in. Um, right. This is why people have to actually seek out uh-huh the Mambos and everybody else. Yep. Yep. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly why I say what I say. And I've had a few people get mad at me and I don't give a damn. And I don't give a damn. You was gonna buy a bootleg version from Timu. Girl, if you want my voodoo deck, If you want my hoodoo tarot deck, if you want that deck, girl, email me, send me your address, and I'll send it to you. I'll mail it to you. I've never used it. I've never worked with it. I just opened it, kind of flipped through the cards, like it just wasn't connecting for me. Um, but I'll send it to you. I'll give it to you for free, Sora. I'll mail it to you for free, Sora. Um, if you really want it. But yeah, so that was that little bit of foolishness that I saw. That was that little bit of foolishness that I saw. Did I see anything else that was just on bullshit? Um, yeah. Now, okay. I found this as well that I found very, very interesting. Um, I found this too. Let me share this tab. Let me share this one. I found this too. I was just like, child, let me tell you all something. Okay. This is a mysterious figure found in the yard. Okay. So people finding stuff in their yard. Okay, whatever this is. Some little statue tied up. Some little statue or something tied up. This is what it is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but if y'all ever find some foolishness like this in your yard, it just appears in your yard one day, tied up like this. Put on some gloves. Take that thing, like I said, put on some gloves, some rubber gloves. Take that thing and throw it in the trash or burn it because that isn't anything good for you. Okay, that isn't anything good for you at all. You finding some stuff like this. Me just looking at this right here, I don't know what it is, but I don't think, this is just something good right here. Um, Finding things that are tied, bound up. Yeah. I don't know what it is. We gonna read through this. You can see seeing one. Uh-huh. You say that's some work. That person was on demon time. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but let's kind of read through it. You probably can't read it. But yeah, let's see. This was from 3 days ago. This says, "Hey Reddit fam. So my dad was doing some yard work when he stumbled upon something really strange. As he was pulling out weeds near the fence, he discovered a figure wrapped in roots, holding an orb with red string tied around it. We're from the Caribbean, and this is the second voodoo piece we found over the years around our yard. At least that's the only thing we can think of. Any ideas on what it can be or what it might symbolize? Baby, let me tell you all something. Everything is not damn voodoo. Now I know people are from the Caribbean. You got hoodoo, you got voodoo, you got obia, you got a lot of different practices. Santeria. It's a lot of different practices out there in the Caribbean, right? But this, saying everything is voodoo is like saying the entire Caribbean is Jamaican. There are more countries in the Caribbean except, besides Jamaica. I used to hate introducing Mr. Hoodoo to people. Oh, is he Jamaican? Baby, y'all need to go back to geography class. Everything is not Jamaican. Everything is not Jamaican. And it's just like thinking all black people are just one big nigga. Just stop it. Every islander It's not Jamaican. It just be irritating the shit out of me. But yeah, so let's go through the comments. Somebody said that looks like a wizard figurine from the smoke shop. Reminds me of the Brazilian grandma that was praying to a Lord of Rings elf thinking it was Saint Francis Lord. Okay. Somebody says it's like a binding of some sort. Listen, and if they out here burying it in the yard, yeah, that was definitely some work. That was definitely some work that was done. Um, that was definitely some work that was done. A lot of times, in our practices, you bury something in the ground once you're done and you're finished with it. Yeah, it looks like binding. Your aunt just texted you asking if you are a dreamer. She was raised in hoodoo by her grandmother. Okay. Donna says, thank you for saying that because that's not even a voodoo jar call of the ignorance. I'm tired of hearing Africans and Caribbean say, yeah, I am too. Not sorry. Everything, with black people, everything is one big nigga. And when it comes to ATRs, everything is one big voodoo. Okay. We all know it's true. We know it's true. It's a bunch of different spiritual practice ATRs out here. Okay, so Sexy Arian says, I want to know why the person needs to know exactly what it is. If she knows any religion, she should know that that binding in that way can be good. Yeah, I can look at that and tell you, like, first of all, I ain't even touching that. But the dad then touched it already. Child, the way I'd be throwing that damn thing away, doing the cleansing and putting up some extra protections if it was me finding that. Like I said, I ain't gonna even touch it. I just might take the shovel and pick it up with the shovel and throw it in the trash off my property. You need to go across town and throw that in the trash. Get rid of that shovel, cleanse yourself, and make sure your protections are up because that's what I would do if I found some shit like that. Not you laughing in the man ear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see what it was. Somebody said you can burn the entire thing to release the binding. For a stronger release, you can ask a spirit for help. Correct. Place the item in front of a spirit altar and ask them to aid you. And I ain't taking that damn thing in the house. I ain't taking it in the house. Somebody said, however, I would use divination beforehand. Correct. You do not know what that thing is really holding inside. Smartest thing to do is leave it alone. I mean, I kind of agree with this. Burn it to get rid of it, or ask a spirit to get rid of whatever is dealing with it, or do a divination to try and see what's going on with it. I agree with all of that. Somebody said, "Wow, thank you so much for this reply. It was wrapped in cloth underneath." Yep. Mm-hmm. Somebody said that's one of the theories we've had about it due to the string being intentionally wrapped in those areas. We've had a similar voodoo slash curse finding a few years back that was wrapped similarly. However, that one was a shoe sole with 6 rusty nails between it, wrapped with string, and 2 nails crossed on top. Ooh, that was some heavy work right there. We burned that one previously, so my dad did the same with this one. We think there might be more word. Yeah, this whatever house they're in, if they just bought that house, I don't know how long they've been living there. A spiritual worker used to live there and they were, doing their work and burying things out there in the dirt. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Somebody says this looks like some Santeria work. I'm not versed in Santeria, so I don't know what Santeria looks like. Mm. Yeah. Or it could be, yeah, it could be. I have seen the Saint Joseph work. This right here says it's most likely a representation of Saint Joseph wrapped in red to enhance his properties, buried upside down in the lawn by a previous owner to help the house sell quickly for the best price possible. I have seen that type of work before. Yeah, where you will bury a statue upside down, asking for your house to be sold quickly because the spirit is supposed to be uncomfortable being buried upside down. And so I have heard of that type of work before. Um, Now I ain't putting nobody's statue upside down. Q is not doing that, but I have heard of that type of working before. Um, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, the saint, but like I said, me finding stuff like that, first of all, I'm not even doing that to a spirit. I'm not trying to wrap or entrap a spirit. I'm not doing that. That's just cute. Um, but yeah, that's why I said whoever used to live there was some type of spiritual worker. Well, I just, for the person to the person who bought my house when we sold our house in 2021, listen, I had some stuff buried in the backyard and in the front yard. I did. I had some stuff buried in the backyard. Um, it is what it is. I had some stuff buried in the backyard. It is what it is. And in the front yard. Yeah. 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 Okay. Um, yeah. So interesting. That's interesting. I have heard of that working before where you bury the saint upside down to sell the house quickly. I got my house sold quickly and for a lot of money too. I just didn't do this working. I did another one. Um, but yeah, that's very interesting. Hmm. You say you would move, baby. If whatever house you in now, you don't know what's buried up underneath that ground. You don't know who been working and doing whatever, burying stuff in that dirt. Like I said, my house that we had, I sure was burying stuff in the backyard and in the front yard. I sure was. I sure was. Hmm. In the backyard and in the front yard. You just do what you gotta do. You gotta do what the work say. Okay, let me see. Was there anything else that I found? Um, mm, let's look at this one. This is real juicy. They talking about sex magic and love magic. Mm, mm. They talking about sex magic and love magic. Listen, it's that time of year when people out here they start to do stuff. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we found here on Reddit. Oh, this is a recent one. This was 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago. Okay, yeah, let's look at this one. Let me share this tab. Let me share this one. This one sounds real juicy and interesting. Let me go and get this back in here. Let me go and pull this back up. Okay, I drank my tea. I'm feeling good now. Well, yeah, let's look at this. I love Reddit. I just be going on Reddit being nosy, finding all types of tea. I sure do. Okay, so let me see if I can make this one just a little bit bigger for you all. Okay. Oh, let me go back one. Okay. Okay, y'all can probably see it better. Okay. This person says, am I the target of love? Sex magic? It feels that way. This process has been drawn out over the past 2 years or so. There is someone who I find beyond attractive. I think he is beautiful. I have had an on and off crush with him for a while. He is well versed in the occult and studies magic, metaphysics, etc. At times, I would have very obsessive thoughts over him and could not pinpoint why. More recently, as in over the past weeks especially, my feelings toward him have been very intense. I'm talking, he occupies my mental space at least a quarter of the day. Maybe I'm underestimating it. I would think of him often. I am experiencing a lot of upheaval and chaos in my life, so there is no reason I need to be thinking of him. The thoughts of him are very potent and, for a lack of a better word, invasive, although I enjoy entertaining them. For example, yesterday and today, I was insatiably horny, which is not normal given I am menstruating now. Okay. It was not a normal type of horny. I was ravenous and thinking of him. Ooh, her little coochie was pulsating. Okay. It got to a point where I was on the bus and randomly started seeing, imagining him inside of me, girl. It wasn't fake. It was as if it was really happening. My vaginal muscles were pulsating as if, what I say, her little coochie was throbbing. Uh-huh. Anyways, at the end of the day, I finally messaged him confessing my feelings, and they are confirmed reciprocal. After I messaged him, the horniness left me like a pressure valve being released. I can share more about this, but for starters, does this sound like sex magic or more of a who came first, the chicken or the egg? Hey Mel. Yeah, this right here is yeah, Mel walked in as the coochie was pulsating. I'm I'm just reading it. I'm just reading it. Hey Tanjon, you got to rewind a little bit, Tanjon, for the context. You got to rewind a little bit. Okay. It does sound like sex magic. It does like sound like that to me, Donna. But here's the thing. If you are a good worker, then you know how to do things. Okay. She may say that she just likes him, but good sex, lust, magic will implant the thoughts and make you think that it's you doing it yourself, that you came up with this. Um, this is why, people are saying, oh, you can't take away someone's free will. You can't get them. I have made people think and do things that I wanted them to do. I have. Um, it was emergency situations where, someone else needed them to do something, but I have, making them think that it's their idea, right? So if they're thinking it's their idea, right, there's no friction there. There's no conflict. If you think something is a good idea, like you came up with it, you're more than likely going to follow through with it because you think it's a good idea. But here I personally think and see, this is a worker who she said this person is a spiritual worker. Well, I don't know if it's she. No, it is she. She's talking about her coochie. Um, this this is a spiritual worker. It sounds like it. I'm not sure. And I'm not pulling no cards on her situation, but if this is something drawn out over 2 years, this is either one, this person is doing the work and they're not rushing through it, or two, this person is a target of, let me do this magic and see how it works. This person was a magical test dummy. That's what it sounds like to me. Because baby, what you gonna do about it? She hasn't done anything about it. I don't know if this was love or sex magic. Let me not say love magic. If this was sex or lust magic, I don't know what his goal was because he ain't got no play from it. When I see a lot of men doing sex magic, their goal is to have like one night stands, and to have sex with targets or to have sex with many many women, many people as possible. And being that she says she hasn't had sex with him yet, if this was love, sex magic, I don't know what his goal was. Okay. Or maybe I don't know what his goal was. Or she could be a magical test dummy. Maybe he found a new ritual or something and he's been working it to see how it's going to work, see how long it's going to interact. There are people, who do that too. Yeah, it sounds like magical test dummy. Tanjon says, I believe I did that to the college counselors on the gas cards. He said he didn't see me sign on to the data. Tell you what is what I was hoping he'd say. And he said that I got my gas cards. Yeah, I mean, listen, lots of people are magical test dummies. Whether people know it or not, or want to believe it or not, it's a thing that happens. Someone that I am loosely acquainted with. This person, she's not on YouTube. This person, she, has talked about how she has done different magical test dummies to see how it's going to work for her. So magical test dummy is a thing. It is a thing, just like you got to do the research. You have to do the research. You have to test things out. So it kind of sounds like magical test dummy to me. Let me get into these replies and see what's going on here. Okay. So, excuse me. This person said, I was messing with this woman a few years ago and she swear I was doing magic on her to where she say was doing things she normally wouldn't do for men and how I always in her head, etc., etc. It started getting so bad that we couldn't even enjoy ourselves. More of the story, I wasn't doing no magic on her. I was just being me. Okay. Somebody says the symptoms you describe are conformed to the typical effects of such spells, but it will also be mere animal attraction. In the past, I happened to feel the same way about a woman who I was sure didn't do anything to influence my feelings. Rarely, it might happen that you find someone who causes you to feel this way. I can't tell whether it's a matter of hormones, smell, or something physical anyway, or if there are metaphysical reasons, past lives, energy, affinity. Could be a spell, could be something else. Try using some form of divination to establish it with more certainty. I agree with that. And this is what divination is really for, to like check to see should you be doing a certain type of work, the best type of work for you to do. Is it going to work? Are there blockages? Are there obstacles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is what divination is really supposed to be used for. I know we have fun with it here on YouTube, but that's really what it's supposed to be for. Um, Somebody else says, sounds like you have a powerful mutual attraction which has generated its own astral larvae or egregore. I experienced something similar in younger days and it almost ruined my life. I thought it would never stop. Brat, I guess that's supposed to be best. The best way to deal with it is consummate the relationship or fall in love with someone else. Why are y'all telling them to have sex with this person? Don't do that, girl. Okay, we have someone who's actually decent right here. Divination using tools like the tarot is a good method for determining if someone has used such magic on you. Like I said, this is what divination is for. First, get a solid determination if it is the case. If it is, you need a combination of cleansing work for yourself and banishment against the would-be seducer. I agree with that. I would also bind the person so they wouldn't be doing anything else on me. But I agree with this assessment here. Somebody says, sounds like it. I just got out of a similar spell. Um, I agree. I agree. The best course of action is if you feel like this or feel like something is weird, you need to see what's going on. This is why I always tell you all keep up your cleansings, keep up your protections, because ain't no telling who is doing potentially what. Okay, this way you have some type of barriers in place to either lessen the blow or you don't get hit with something at all. This is why I constantly tell you that. Get your 4 for 4, your spiritual 4 for 4. Okay. So yeah, I think this person really liked them, but I also think that the other person, and she said that she knows this person is a magician, might have been testing something out too. So I think it's a combination of both. She just really like this person, and she ain't got the D yet, and it's killing her because she want to find out what that thing do. But also I think there's some test work going on because make no mistake about it. When we hear about love magic, sex magic, and stuff like that, we always hear it as it pertains to women doing the work. Men do this type of work too, all the time. Gay men, straight men, bisexual men, dogs, cats, they do this type of work too. They do this type of work too. So don't let it just be, oh, women are out here doing love spells and sex magic and stuff like that. Men do it too. Men do a lot of it too. Okay. So yeah, that was that one. That was yeah, interesting. Oh, here we got another one. I don't know what's going on with the love spells and stuff. This one is from 2 days ago. Let's go to the next one. Um, let's go to the next one. Well, it is Taurus season, right? And Taurus is Venusian energy. So I can see why someone would, during this time period, this is like the best time to do it. So let me make this a little bit bigger for you all. So you all can see. Okay. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Right. Having sex makes it worse, not better. Right. Having sex with someone, that's a whole spiritual tie. But anyway, they dumb. Okay. Let me I think this is the last one I'm gonna get into from Reddit. So I gotta find some more juicy Reddit stuff. Okay, this person says, how can you determine if someone has cast a love spell on you? Is there any way you or someone is under a spell? It's a whole bunch of different ways. A whole bunch of different ways. But let's read. Somebody said divination, but most prevalently it is expressed by a sudden, overwhelming obsession with them that feels foreign or otherwise external, as if it should not be there or does not make sense to be there. Carefully consider your feelings. If you wish to protect against it, banish regularly, meditate frequently, and focus on releasing attachment. And finally, consider a protective charm against it. A witch's jar with some broken mirror shards, and it does well. I don't know what that work is, but you know. And then somebody said Google is your friend. Yeah. So divination. Mm-hmm. See what's going on. I agree. Clint, but see, they didn't do the cleansing. You need to cleanse and then protect. But yeah, pretty decent. If it goes from an unreasonable level of care, like caring for them as much as you care for your siblings, plants, pets, etc., but suddenly turns into being around them is more important than my material, spiritual, emotional needs, aka into an obsession, a need on the level of hunger or thirst, maybe a love spell. Maybe you need therapy. Some psych disorders can manifest similarly to a love spell. Interesting. Honestly, if it is a love spell, you'll probably also need therapy because of how it subjugates your will as to who or why. I don't know how to find out that data. Okay. It happens and you can tell via divination, right? You need divination to I shout out to these people saying do some proper divination to see what's going on. You need divination to confirm, even if you have a very strong suspicion, because love messes with your head at the best of times and stops you from thinking clearly. Obsessive thinking about someone can be the symptoms of love work being done on you, but it can also be the symptoms of a really strong natural crush on someone. And that I agree, which is why you need the divination. Somebody says, I also want to point out that not every kind of spiritual work to make someone love someone else results in sudden obsessive thoughts or the symptoms other commenters have described. Absolutely, that is correct. Because if you are a good worker and you have time, you'll move into it slowly. You'll move into it slowly so it feels natural. A really good spiritual worker will be a lot more subtle about their business. This is what I'm saying. hmm There are ways to draw someone to you slowly and gently and sweetly without any element of obsession or suddenness. Okay, not Dorian Gray. This user right here is a spiritual worker. A really good love job will feel entirely natural and will be very difficult to pick up on and would definitely need skill divination to attack. The vast majority of people who mess with love spells are nowhere near that good. The ones who are that good aren't messing around. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. Uh-huh. This is exactly what I'm saying. That's right here. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely agree with not Dorian Gray. And if you know who Dorian Gray is, they picked a good name for Reddit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Make sure you as a person have yourself a divination skill that you are well versed in, because you this is really what it's for. It's to show or peek and see what's going on spiritually, especially if you suspect work being done on you. You need to find a good diviner or do it or learn divination yourself so that you can ask questions and get the answers, right? And so you can ask questions and get the answers. So yeah, I definitely agree that's what you really should be doing to kind of figure out what's going on. To kind of figure out what's going on. So I fully agree with that. Fully agree with that. So yeah, I fully agree with that. Um Now I kind of wanted to get into something else, but I'm gonna have to save this for tomorrow because there are people out here saying, people have made their videos, which is their right to do so, about signs someone around you is a witch. And listen, unless you are a spiritual worker recognized as a spiritual worker, because game recognizes game, energy recognizes energy, right? But you have people out here just making up stuff, you know, um, saying that someone is a spiritual worker. Not listen, sometimes people's energies just don't mesh. There are people in, I have family members and stuff I can't stand. Doesn't mean that they're a spiritual worker. If y'all just don't get along, you just don't get along. But yeah, I need to. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer because I need to go on and get myself ready to go. But yeah, Reddit always has some interesting stuff going on, especially in this occult subreddit. And I always see stuff, and it's always hella interesting. Um, it's always very interesting what's going on over here. Lilith, hey boo, my darling, how you doing, baby? Journey with Corinne says, is there a way to mask the fact that there is behavioral change in an instance like this, thus making it impossible for the subject to become aware they are under a spell? I would say, if you do it slowly, if you do work slowly so it looks natural, most people won't suspect it. Most people won't suspect it, like that person said. So sudden oncoming feelings, that's different. But say there was someone, say for example, there was someone at work, you're single, that person is single. You saw him for the first time. Oh, I think they're, I think he or she is cute, right? The other person, like, oh, I think she is cute. If they wanted to, they can start it and move it along very slowly so that it feels natural. So, opening opening you up to possibilities, opening your feelings up. You bump into them at work. Hey, how you doing? You start having chit chat, little fun conversations. You start getting familiar with each other. If someone is working like this for real, they can prolong this out like over a year or so. A few months to a year. When it feels natural, most people won't suspect because it feels natural. It feels natural. Most people won't suspect. Now, a way to mask it, yeah, you can work with spirits and have spirits to hide what it is that you're doing, even from someone who is a diviner. Okay. So yes, there are ways to do that. You say there are no signs. Listen. I found these crazy ass. Let me bring this video up. I'm just gonna bring it up for you all because we're gonna probably get into these little foolish videos tomorrow. I haven't watched them yet, but let me show you all what I'm talking about. Um, that's the wrong one. Let me copy. Yeah, let me show you all what I'm talking about because these people are out here finding all types of foolishness and making foolishness. Um, yeah, I'm not about to play this, but I just want to show you all some of this stuff because people, and there are people who literally just make stuff to make stuff. There are people who make stuff to make stuff for clicks and views or whatever like that. Some of his attempts to be educational, but there is a reason. And listen, this is not to come down on anyone's practice, but for some reason, that there are some Christians who are afraid of everything. They are afraid of everything, and everyone is supposed to be attacking them and this, that, and the third. You either are protected from things and you don't worry, or you're not. It's either going to be one or the other, but it can't be both. You can't be scared, and it's spiritually, energetically, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so they have this right here: 10 clear signs that someone around you is a witch. We probably gonna start getting into these videos tomorrow because I just need to go through and I need to hear these. Like I said, game recognizes game. I remember years ago, this had to be maybe like 2017. Me and Mr. Hoodoo, we were going into this small appliance store because we needed a new deep freezer. So me and Mr. Hoodoo, as soon as we got to the store and I stepped on the property, as soon as we got there, I stepped on the property. We went into the store and I saw the store owner. She looked at me. I looked at her. We gave each other the nod because I picked up that she was a spiritual worker and she picked up on me. And I just knew she was a spiritual worker because, baby, when I tell you she had every deep freezer, refrigerator, stove outside, and ain't nobody stole nothing. Okay, they weren't chained down or anything like that. She had every deep freezer, refrigerator, stove outside her business. She had some, all the stuff inside the store that you can come look at, and not nan one was stolen. I like, she is spiritual worker. She is spiritual worker. Like I said, she looked at me, I looked at her. We gave each other the nod because game recognizes game. Game recognizes game. I picked up on it. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get into these tomorrow, honey. Lil says, my boo right here, are they still using medieval methods? She's floating, which I don't know. We gonna get into it tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. And I have had people come to me asking, like, am I cursed and things like that. And I have picked up on, people doing magic on other people or whatever like that. So you can see it from, divination. Like I said, you have to be versed in it. Learn, I'm telling you all, learn some type of divination for yourself. You can pick up on it. You can pick up on energies of things. This is how you're able to read people and stuff like that. But yeah. Um, hey boo, how you doing? Yeah, see, this is the thing. People think that when you're doing spiritual work, that is one big spell. No, it's no different than achieving any other goal in life. If you want to be a doctor, you first have to go to undergrad. You need to major in biology pre-med. You need to study, to get into med school. You need to do med school. Then you need to do your practicing and all like that. Then, everything it's most things are not one big spell. You have to break things down into smaller pieces and then work your magic for every one of those smaller pieces, which will get you to your goal. It's not one big spell. This is why a lot of people say they did the magic and the work didn't work. That's too big of a task. Some things are too big of a task for one spell. A lot of times you need to break things down into smaller, achievable results, just like with problem solving. You need to, what's the problem? Let's break it down. Let's achieve every one of those goals, which is going to add to the big one. A lot of people say their magic failed because they're not thinking logically. They don't know how to plan things out. But no, they probably just doing it wrong. You said this already looks foolish by the animation, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Here go Lilith being messy. Donna Jesus was busy eating leftover chocolate eggs that came from the bunnies. Yeah. So yeah. Mm, yeah. So we're gonna get into this tomorrow because like I said, it's real interesting. It's real interesting. So yeah. 10 clear signs someone the brownies with. We're gonna watch these little cartoon animations. It's some more of them down here. 5 ways to identify spirit of witchcraft and family. Okay. 25 signs of witchcraft attacks that you must look. We're gonna get into some. Yeah. See, we're gonna get into some of these. Um, we're gonna get into some of these tomorrow because I just these are real interesting, and I need to laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, Lil. Don't laugh, Lil, and don't laugh, Donna. But yeah, we're gonna get into some of these tomorrow. I'm gonna come back to you all tomorrow. And we're gonna get into some of these videos because I just need to see for some people who are so protected, everybody out to get them. Everything is so good, but the world is just crumbling around you. You say, "Oh, I'm gonna lay some comedy gold tomorrow." Listen, and like I said, this is not picking on Christians or Christianity. It's not. It's picking on these people who are just questioning, you know, 10, yeah. They gonna try and get you. They gonna try and get you. They out here to get you. Uh-huh. So here we go. Yeah, here's the description. Children of God, be very careful in this world. Once you feel unsettled when you are with someone, just know your spirit has identified the unclean spirit. Okay. 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 So, you know, we got more, once you click on something that shows you more, 5 sounds that someone is casting an evil spell on you. Yeah, we're gonna get into some of these videos tomorrow because I just need to see. I'm curious. I'm nosy. Um, Not Lilith talking about 10 ways that make me look a paranoid idiot with witchcraft version. Listen, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. And listen, there are people out here doing things. There really are. But everybody is not out to get you. Everybody is not out to get you. Everybody's not out to get you. And if your spirit person ain't protecting you, then you may need to find another one. You may need to find another one. Um, okay, you may need to find another one. So yeah. It's very interesting. It's There's a very interesting dynamic with it, and I don't know what it is. And like I said, I'm not here to pick on Christians because there are some people who are Christians that I know, and they are just the sweetest people. They are absolutely wonderful representatives of Christians, and I wish them well, nothing but the best for them and their families, right? Who are out here actually doing and being, you know, what their religion tells them to do, right? But baby, you got people out here that just be doing anything. Yeah, it is a form of narcissism. It is. It is. Listen, I don't know, Lil. I don't know. And like I said, this is no offense. This is no offense because like I said, I do know some very beautiful, wonderful, heartfelt, um, wonderful, positive, people. And it's funny because those people who are usually being representative of it, they're not weird or paranoid like that, right? So yeah. We're gonna get into some of these videos tomorrow. Depending on what I have going on tomorrow. I hope to come back tomorrow and so we can get into some of these videos. It may just have to be earlier in the day. Tomorrow. I mean, this was 11:30 my time, but just to make sure we have enough time to cover these things. But I plan to come back tomorrow and we can start looking into some of this because I find it very, very um very interesting. Very, very interesting. Um I don't know. Like I said, this isn't to come down on the whole of Christianity, but there are some people who are just, religious brain is a thing. Religious brain is a thing, and thinking that everybody is out here doing something to you, you may need to go seek some psychological help. If you think that everybody is out here to get you or everybody is doing something to you, you may need to see, and see if there's anything that you need assistance for. Now I remind you of the movie Spell. Yeah, it does look a little funny, right? It does look a little funny, right? Yeah, so um yeah, yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is with this everybody is doing something to me thought process. Everybody is not doing anything to you. Just imagine walking around living everyday life thinking that somebody is out to get you. What type of paranoia you have to live in or be in to be like that? So, yeah, we're gonna get into some things tomorrow. We're gonna get into some things tomorrow. Um, we're gonna review some of these videos tomorrow because I'm just curious. I'm just curious about how you're supposed to be able to tell a witch. I'm just curious. Y'all so silly. Y'all are so silly. Y'all are so silly. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go because, like I said, I need to get my life together for whenever Babe gets back. And let me just tell you, I like how this isn't spirituality related. Let me just say that I like how in downtown San Diego, you can see right into the airport. You can see right into the airport um if you are on a high enough floor at your residence. And I love being able to see these planes land into the airport. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So yeah, does anybody else have anything they want to say before I go, before I close this out? Lil? Don't do that, Lil. Talking about you an innocent lamb of the Lord. Don't do that, Lil. I knew you couldn't type it with a straight face. I knew you couldn't. I knew you couldn't. So, um, Lil out here trolling. She trolling now. She is trolling. She can barely do that with a straight face. Lil out here trolling. She out here trolling for real. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to come and share those things with you. I think I'm gonna start doing this more, just digging more into like the occult and spiritual stuff on Reddit and just giving my thoughts and my reviews on stuff because some of these people are out here down bad. Some people are just out here down bad, and just doing stuff and just it's crazy. It's crazy out here. But yeah, if you all have anything spiritual you want me to cover, spiritual or magic related that you want me to cover, or astrological, in nature, right? Just let me know. Just let me know so I can cover it and we can talk together and just have a conversation about some things because it's a lot of things going on and happening out here. So yeah. Ooh, what plane was that? I'm watching this plane land. Touchdown, 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 touchdown. I'm watching this plane land. Nice, nice. Okay, boo. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to you all tomorrow, and I'm gonna see you around these YouTube streets. Thank you, everyone, for watching, for subscribing, being Patreon patrons, channel members, sharing the love, spread the love. I'm gonna talk to you all tomorrow. Please enjoy the rest of your day. All right, boos. Bye.